Joining me is Chrissy Clark, Turning Point USA contributor. Chrissy, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about the event today for our members who are watching at home.
Yeah, so this is our 501c4 Turning Point Action event. It is so cool. It's put on really to just get out the vote and get people activated. It's such a fun event. It's so just unique and special in this space because there's so many people, as you've noticed, that are just so accessible to you. You get to hear from a range of different voices, and I just find it to be the coolest thing, especially coming on the heels of, we were here originally for our chapter leadership summit, which is the Turning Point USA side of things. That's our students, and so to see the students all revved up and then get them to come here and be part of this, it's so fun. It's so special.
You mentioned students. Let's talk a little bit about Gen Z. Where do you
Yeah.
think Gen Z is politically today?
It's so crazy because when you look at the women, they're in a drastically different place than the men. Men are coming out, I believe it's between like 50 to 60% on average of these guys are coming out of high school and college saying, I think I've been red pilled. I'm like a conservative now.
I agree.
And then you look at the women, and it's so crazy because there was a new study that came out from CSIS which showed that most women actually identify as pretty liberal. I think it's like just the empathetic part of being a
Sure.
natural feminine human being. And then you come out of it, but you actually look at them and they're like, oh, I want to get married. I want to have a kid. I don't believe that the government should be in every facet of my life. And boom, all of a sudden, they actually hold conservative values. They just want to be branded as liberal.
Sure.
So
So
interesting.
do you think there's a way to shift that? So what I mean by that is instead of having them wait till they become 40 years old, 30 years old,
Yeah.
is there a way to sort of reach them before it's too far down the line?
Yeah, and I know it's not a popular opinion, but I just find it to be truthful in my experience is that you have to kind of go and operate in the spaces that young people operate in. And I know there's been a huge push against TikTok, and I totally get a TikTok ban on, military devices or like government
Sure.
phones for sure. But if you want to operate and you want to change and influence minds, you can't do it on platforms where you don't have access to young people. And that's why I myself and other influencers in this space have gone on TikTok and tried to do stuff like that. Because if you want to change hearts and minds, you got to go where the hearts and minds are to change.
Right. So you also have to go to college campuses, which Turning Point
Yes.
USA does quite a lot. What do you
Yes.
see when you're there or when Turning Point is there? What is the main takeaway from that demographic
Yes.
that you're hearing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't gone on a college campus tour yet. That's coming.
It's
I'm
coming.
so excited. But I was a Turning Point student, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of this whole event here is I'm like, wow, I was 6 years ago sitting in the chair watching other people do this, and now I get to do it myself.
Full circle.
It's so cool. But what I'm seeing a lot on college campuses is that students are actually craving dialogue. They don't get enough honest dialogue. They really just get like catchy, one-off, like, I don't know, college is a scam, and then they
Then
go,
it
college
ends.
is not a scam, yeah, and then
Yeah.
it ends. And I think Charlie does a really great job of opening that up, and he debates people, and he's very confident in his debates, and it's cool to see the conversations happening.
It is. So moving forward, is there anything Turning Point has planned that you'd like our listeners to know about, especially between now and November?
Oh my gosh, between now and November, I mean, I just think the get out the vote efforts that are happening here are pretty much what Turning Point Action are going to be all about. And Turning Point USA, we do have a new tour coming to college campuses, so hopefully we're going to be changing hearts and minds before November.
Can you tell us where those tours will be happening?
They'll be
What
happening
campuses?
all across your college
Great.
campuses. We have not announced dates or even the title of it yet, so it's top secret.
Top
But
secret. So everybody
will-
watching, forget it.
Yes, but it will be all over. You will know if we're coming to your college campus, and I might be joining a couple of campuses, so I'm really
I
excited.
hope you do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having
Chrissy.
me.
Take care. Thank you.